You weren't born in a Yorkshire ancestral home, but in the sewers of the Industrial Revolution. London, 1790. Your first breath was a mixture of coal smoke and rotten fish. Your mother died of sneezing when you were 5. There was no money for a coffin. They simply threw her in a pit. That day, you learned the first law of the empire. Without money, you're not a man. You're bio-waste. You never had a childhood. At 6, you're already in a mine. You're a trapper, sitting in complete darkness for 12 hours among rats. Or you're a chimney sweep, flaying skin in narrow brick chimneys until the soot clogs your lungs. By 10, you're an old man with teeth loose from scurvy. You can't read. You only know how to starve. By 15, you face a choice. Steal bread and go to Australia for catharsis, die under a fence, or sell yourself. You see them at the pub, well-fed drunk, their boots intact. They look like the kings of the land. The smell of roast meat and ale drives you crazy, Jay. You take a step towards the recruiter, a recruiting sergeant. He sees right through you. He sees your hungry gaze. He sees your rags. You are prey for him. He looks like a peacock, a tall shako with feathers, shiny buttons, epaulets. He comes up to you, puts his hand on your shoulder. A hand heavy, but friendly. Hey, lad, you look tough. A real British lion. Not like these city walkers. He's lying. You're skinny and dirty, but you like to... Want a drink? On the king. You nod. You haven't had anything stronger. Off the beaten track for a month. You sit down. He orders a pint of ale, then a second, then gin. The world begins to float. Hunger recedes, warmth spreads throughout the body. The sergeant tells stories. The army, my son, is paradise. You will see the world. India, elephants, palaces of gold, Spanish señoritas who jump into your bed themselves. Salary, a shilling a day. You will return a rich man. Shilling a day. For you, that's a fortune. You didn't earn that much in a week in the mine. You're drunk. You're happy. You believe him. He puts a coin on the table. A silver shilling. The king's profile gleams in the candlelight. Take it, my son. This is a deposit for your new glorious life. Your hand reaches out of its own accord. Your fingers squeeze the cold metal. Let's drink to his majesty, the sergeant yells. You drink to the bottom. Darkness. Morning. Your head is splitting, as if it was hit with a hammer. You wake up not in your hole. You're on straw in some kind of barn. It stinks of urine and with fumes. There are a dozen more poor fellows next to you. Someone is crying, someone is vomiting. The corporal enters. He is already unkind. He has a stick in his hands. Get up from rhodium. Form up. You try to object. I changed my mind. I want to go home. The corporal laughs. It is a terrible laugh. Signed. Home. Your home is here now, bastard. You took the king's shilling. You swore allegiance to the crown. You reach into your pocket. The shilling is gone. You drank it away, or it was stolen while you slept. It doesn't matter. Witnesses will confirm you took the money voluntarily. Now you are the property of the army. Desertion, execution, or merrymaking. Refusal to obey. Flogging to the point of death. The barn doors open. Bright light hits your eyes. You walk out onto the parade ground. Your life, such as it was, is over. Your name means nothing anymore. Welcome to the hell that is the glorious British Empire. Army. They lead you to the chopper. Your rags, in which you lived for 15 years, are cut off with a knife. Along with them, they cut off your past. They pour ice water on you from a bucket, wash away the cold dust, but not from your neck. The lice are now your comrades. The quartermaster throws you a uniform. It is not new. There are stains on it that have not washed out. This is the blood of the one who wore it before you. He died of typhus or a bullet, and now his skin is yours. You put on the uniform. Red cloth, rough as sandpaper. It rubs your neck until it hurts. Why red? They tell you to fear the enemy. You understand the truth later. Blood is hard to see on red, and you are an excellent target. In a green forest or on a yellow field, you can be seen from a mile away. You are a walking signal. Shoot here. A leather standing collar. Stock. Soldiers call it a collar. It holds your head up, whether you want it to or not. It cuts into your Adam's apple. You can't look at your feet. You must look death in the face with pride. Boots, they are the same. There is no left and right. They are called straight. You must wear them on your feet, turning your soles into a bloody mess until the leather of the boots takes shape. You look at yourself in a shard of a mirror. You are no longer John or Thomas. You are a redcoat. They give you a brown devil, 4.5 kilograms of iron and wood. The sergeant yells, "This is your wife, your mother, your god."
Forward.
You are learning the dance of death. Bite off a cartridge, pour in the gunpowder, ram it with a ram. The bitter taste of gunpowder on your lips will become your eternal companion. You must do this in 15 seconds, otherwise a blow with a stick. You cease to be human. You become a reloading mechanism. And then, parade ground. Left, right, thousands of hours in rain and snow until the brain switches off. The meaning of drill is one, to kill the instinct for self-preservation. When they shoot at you, a normal person runs, a soldier of the Empire stands. You stand shoulder to shoulder, feeling the trembling of your neighbor. You are a single red wall. A sergeant walks behind with a halberd and explains clearly, "The enemy may miss. I will not." And you understand, you fear your officers more than any enemy. But most importantly, training does not happen with a musket. It happens at the triangle. This is a wooden frame to which the guilty are tied. For what? For a dirty button, for a sideways glance, for stealing an apple. The entire regiment forms the letter P. You are obliged to watch. Avert your eyes and stand next to them. The drummer steps forward. He holds a cat in his hands, a blanket with 9 tails. Knots at the ends. Sometimes wire or glass is woven into the knots if the officer is in a bad mood. The victim is a guy from your company. He forgot to clean his buckle. They strip him to the waist and tie him up. The doctor stands nearby. Not to help, not to tell him when to stop if the guy starts dying too early. First blow. Whistle. Slap. The skin bursts like an overripe tomato. Red streaks instantly swell. Second blow. Third, the guy screams. It is not a human scream. It is the tempo of an animal. On the 10th blow, the skin turns to rags. The muscles are visible. Blood splashes onto the drummer's boots. On the 20th blow, the guy falls silent. He has lost consciousness. Water, the officer commands. They pour salt water over him. He comes to, howling, in pain, and the flogging continues. You look at this, your knees shaking. You feel sick, but the truth is burned into your head. Obedience is life. Disobedience is death, which lasts a very long time. 6 months pass. You have changed. You are no longer a hungry miner boy. Your shoulders have broadened from endless chopping wood and drilling. Your hands are rough as oak bark. Your gaze has become empty. There are no thoughts in it, only waiting for an order. You can load a musket with your eyes closed, standing knee-deep in a swamp while the world explodes around you. You can sleep standing up. You can eat rotten meat and not wrinkle. You are a lobster, a red coat. You are given a knapsack, 60 pounds of gear, 27 kilos. A tent, a blanket, a mess tin, cartridges. The officer reads the order. The regiment is leaving for the continent to fight the usurper Bonaparte. You don't know who Bonaparte is. You don't care. You were simply told to go, and you go. Burning line. The orchestra plays the British Grenadiers. The flutes whistle. The drums beat to the rhythm of your heart. You feel a strange feeling. Pride? No. Belonging. You are part of the most terrible machine on the planet, and you are going to kill people you have never seen. Spain, 1809, did you think? War was about heroic deeds. No. Wise, being a pack animal. You have 27 kilos of equipment on your back. You carry your home and your death. The heat is plus 35. The wool uniform is suffocating. Straight boots grind your feet into bloody meat. You walk in the trail of blood of those in front of you. If you fall, they will kick you up. You will fall behind. The locals will slit your throat for buttons. A ship's biscuit awaits you at the campsite. A lump of rock flour with a surprise inside. Weevils, worms. A veteran eats them without a wince. It's pure protein or salinine, so salted it corrodes the tongue. There's no water, only warm puddles. There's only one salvation, glass of gin. Alcohol is your anesthesia, your calories, and your happiness. You drink this fiery liquid, and for 50 minutes it seems like life isn't so bad. Enemy, you haven't seen a single Frenchman yet, but your company has already lost a third of its men. Who killed them? Bullets? Sabers? No, they were killed by bloody diarrhea. Dysentery. The camp doesn't smell of gunpowder. It smells of thousands of men in one place, without a sewer. Flies everywhere. They sit on the cesspools, then on your dry biscuit. You start running into the bushes. First 5 times a day, then 20. Then you don't run anymore. You crawl. Water comes out of you, then mucus, then blood. You dry out. Your eyes hollow. You look like a skeleton covered in red baize. Your friend, that cheerful guy from London, is dying next to you. He just lies in his own filth and groans. The doctor gives him a laxative, because 19th century medicine is a joke. He dies of dehydration. You look at his corpse and envy him. He doesn't have to walk anymore. Finally, the battle. Talavera. You go out onto the field, a red thread against the blue mass of the French. This is not chaos, this is terrible order. A cannonball smashes into the line next to you with a smack, turning 3 comrades into fascists. You step over each other in close ranks. You are a human shield, waiting your turn to die. Aim! Fire! The world disappears in white smoke. Now you are a robot. Bite, shower, kill. Bullets whistle around. People fall silently or screaming, clutching their stomachs.
Well, that's the command. Fix bayonets. Order ends. Madness begins. You crash into the enemy line. You drive your bayonet into the Frenchman's stomach, feeling the steel enter the warmth. You turn it like you were taught. It looks at you with the same frightened eyes, wheezing about his mother. You pull the bayonet out and strike again. You are no longer a man. You are a hunted animal. When all is quiet, you are standing ankle-deep in mud. Your uniform is crimson with someone else's blood. An officer on a clean horse shouts about a glorious victory. You spit out black saliva and think of only one thing. Where is my rum? You survive the field, but war changes you. You look at the officers. They drink wine in tents, sleep on sheets. You sleep in the mud and eat worms. Anger builds within you. Not at the French, but at everything.
1812, the siege of Badajoz. Or Here Rodrigo. When the walls fall, discipline disappears. The officers lose control. The red uniforms turn into a pack of rabid dogs. You burst into the city. You are no longer a soldier, you are a looter. You knock down the door of a rich house with the butt of your rifle. Inside is wine, food, gold, women. You get drunk on permissiveness. You smash barrels of wine and lap it up straight from the floor, mixed with blood. You rip a silver cross from the neck of an old Spanish woman. She cries. You beat her. Are you a hero? No, you are a monster. There is no law this night. There is only the right of the strong. Your pockets are stuffed with coins, watches, rings. You feel like a king. In the morning, Wellington orders the ringleaders to be hanged. You stand in line with a hangover and watch as your drinking buddies from yesterday are hanged. You are silent. You hid the loot in the shaft of your... You survived. You are rich. Thurlow, 1815. The end. You stand in a square. French artillery fires point blank. Do you hear the whistle? Not bullets. Grape shot. A blow, like a horse kicked you in the knee. You fall. You try to get up, but your leg is gone. It hangs by a piece of skin and a red flap of trouser leg. There is no pain. There is shock. You look at the white bone sticking out, and you don't believe it. They drag you to the rear. A field hospital. This place is scarier than hell. It's an old barn. The floor is ankle-deep in blood. It squelches under the feet of the orderlies. There's a pile in the corner. It's not trash. It's arms and legs. They're just dumped in a heap like firewood. The stench is so bad it hurts your eyes. Rot, iron, excrement. A surgeon. He looks like a butcher from the market. His apron is black with dried blood. He hasn't washed his hands for 3 days. He looks at your leg, cut off above the knee. You grab his hand. No, save your leg. He laughs. He doesn't have time to argue. Anesthesia? Forget it. Chloroform isn't in use yet. They give you a glass of dirty rum. Drink it, hero, and hold on to this. They force a leather pad or a piece of wood between your teeth. It bears the teeth marks of hundreds of other poor wretches. 4 orderlies fall upon you, holding your arms and your good leg. The surgeon takes a knife. First, he cuts the flesh quickly, in a circle. You scream into the wood. The sound gets stuck in your throat. Then he takes a saw. The sound of teeth biting into your femur. Whoosh, whoosh. You feel the vibration throughout your body. Your brain explodes in a white flash of pain. You lose consciousness. You are brought back to your senses with a bucket of water. That's not all. They need to stop the bleeding. The surgeon takes a red-hot iron or boiling tar, the hissing, the smell of a fried meat, your meat. You pass out again, this time for a long time. 10 years pass, 1825. You are sitting on the dirty pavement near Covent Garden. Your red uniform has turned into brown rags, but you still wear it. It's the only thing you have. In front of you is a hat. Give the veteran a rub. I fought with Bonnie. I saved Europe. Gentlemen in top hats pass by. They are rushing to the stock exchange. They don't care about your Europe. Ladies wrinkle their noses. You stink. You scare the children with your wooden leg and the scar across your face. Sometimes they toss you a copper, not out of pity, but to shut you. The pain hasn't gone away. Phantom pain. Your leg has been gone for 10 years, but it hurts every night. The toes that are gone cramp. You go to the gin palace. Gin costs a penny. You'll get drunk for singing, you'll get dead drunk for 2. You drink this poison, methyl alcohol, turpentine urine. This is your medicine. When you're drunk, you're young again. You're back in action. You're needed again. You talk to ghosts. Hey, Billy, remember how we took that battery? Billy is silent. Billy lies in a mass grave outside Brussels. He was luckier. It's the winter of 1830. The London fog is so thick you could cut it with a knife. The cold penetrates to the bones. Your coat is long gone. Drunk. You're shivering. Your teeth are chattering, the ones that remain. You find a corner behind the warehouse where the wind isn't so bad. You sit down and pull your knees to your chest. Your wooden leg doesn't bend. You feel warm. It's a bad sign. It's hypothermia. Your brain is playing its last game with you. You hear the drums. You see the sun of Spain. Bright, hot. Do you see the regiment? They're all there. Billy, the sergeant, the captain. They're young, handsome, in clean red uniforms. Get up, Private, the sergeant shouts. It's time to move. You smile. You try to stand. I'm coming, Sergeant. I'm coming. You close your eyes. A constable finds you in the morning. He kicks your hard body with his boot. Another dead. Someone load him into the cart. You're being taken to the anatomy theater. Your body will be sold to medical students for 10 shillings. They will saw you up again. Look at your liver the size of a cobblestone. Your lungs black with coal. Then they will throw your bones into a common pit, without a name, without a cross, without memory. Today, tourists watch the changing of the guard. Ah, the red uniforms. How beautiful. How traditional. They buy magnets with soldiers. They don't smell the rotten flesh. They don't hear the crunch of a saw sawing off a leg. They don't see worms and breadcrumbs. They see Disneyland. But you know the truth. If you listen carefully on the streets of London, above the noise of the cars, you'll hear the clatter of a wooden leg on the cobblestones. It's the ghost of empire coming, and it wants a drink. Forget the musket. Forget the boots that ground your feet to blood. Next time you will be born under a different sun. Hot, merciless. You are no longer a nameless mechanism of empire. You are flesh of this land. Your heart beats to the rhythm of war drums. Your skin is black steel. Your weapon is the short spear Osagai, which drinks the life of the enemy. You will see the redcoats again. But now, they are your prey.